They called it Operation Condor, but it was no bird of prey. It was a continent-wide death machine, built by 6 South American dictatorships and trained by the CIA. Its targets? Their own citizens. Thousands disappeared. Borders meant nothing. And the machinery of repression ran with chilling efficiency. The Cold War wasn't just fought in Berlin or the jungles of Vietnam. In South America, it took a darker, more intimate form. Between 1975 and 1983, 6 military dictatorships, Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, and Brazil, formed a transnational network of terror. Their mission was simple: eliminate political opponents wherever they fled. The CIA didn't just watch from afar. It helped build the system. Coordinated the kidnappings. Shared the intelligence. And trained the torturers. Operation Condor wasn't a series of isolated atrocities. It was a continent-wide machine designed to erase dissent, and the people who dared to speak. The network, how Condor operated. Operation Condor began as a series of bilateral agreements between South American dictatorships. But by 1975, it had evolved into a full-fledged intelligence-sharing network. Each country contributed its own secret police forces, Argentina's side, Chile's DINA, Uruguay's OCOA, and others. They pooled resources, shared blacklists, and coordinated cross-border operations. A fugitive in Argentina could be tracked, captured, and disappeared in Chile within days. The system was ruthlessly efficient. Victims were often snatched from their homes, loaded onto planes, and transported across borders without trial or record. In some cases, they were thrown alive into the ocean from military aircraft, a method known as the death flights. The network even maintained a shared database of targets, complete with photographs and personal details. This wasn't chaos. It was bureaucratic terror, planned, documented, and executed with cold precision. But the most chilling detail was yet to come: the CIA wasn't just aware of Condor. It helped build it. The CIA's role, from training to coordination. Declassified documents reveal that the CIA was deeply involved in Operation Condor from its earliest stages. Through programs like Operation Charlie, U.S. intelligence officers trained South American military and police in interrogation techniques, surveillance, and counterinsurgency tactics. They provided encryption equipment, communication systems, and intelligence on leftist movements. But the CIA's role went beyond training. It coordinated the flow of information between the dictatorships. When Chilean agents needed to track a dissident in Argentina, they could rely on CIA intermediaries to facilitate the exchange. In some cases, the CIA even helped plan specific operations. The 1976 assassination of former Chilean diplomat Orlando Letelier in Washington, D.C., carried out by a car bomb, was linked to Condor. CIA cables from the time show agents discussing the plot, though they claimed no direct involvement. The truth is murkier. The U.S. saw Condor as a necessary evil in the fight against communism. But for thousands of victims, it was a death sentence signed in Washington. The human cost, disappearances and international terror. The human toll of Operation Condor is almost beyond comprehension. Conservative estimates place the number of victims at 60,000, though some historians believe the real figure is much higher. People were taken from their homes, universities, and workplaces. Many were never seen again. Their families still search for answers. The methods were designed to terrorize: electric shocks, simulated drownings, sexual violence, and prolonged isolation. But Condor's reach extended beyond South America. In 1980, a massive bomb exploded at the Cuban embassy in Madrid, killing several people. It was linked to Condor operatives. In Italy, Chilean exiles were attacked. Even in the United States, the Letelier bombing showed that no one was safe. The goal wasn't just to kill individuals, it was to erase entire movements. Teachers, writers, union leaders, and students were targeted not for what they had done, but for what they might become. CONDOR wasn't just a campaign of violence. It was a war on the future itself. Operation Condor was one of the Cold War's darkest chapters, a continent-wide conspiracy of terror, coordinated by military regimes and backed by the CIA. Thousands disappeared. Histories were erased. And the wounds are still raw today. In recent years, survivors and families have pushed for justice, leading to trials in Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay. But many archives remain sealed. Brazil's former President Sarney once hinted at a WikiLeaks of Brazilian frontier history, suggesting that hidden documents could still emerge. The full truth of CONDOR may never be known. But what we do know is enough to understand the scale of the crime, and the depth of the silence that followed. Operation Condor was shut down. But was the machine ever truly dismantled? And what other Cold War operations still operate in the shadows today?